it comes to national debt, it's kind of like that paper that you can put off another week, or it's not coming up right now. We don't need to deal with it. And consequently, for someone like me, it's kind of hard to imagine the threat that it can be 10 years from now, 20 years from now.
This is going to be really, really, really long lasting. Whatever we do now is going to last for eons into the future.
This will affect all the people, not just some group in particular.
It almost seems like we're going to be in debt for the rest of our lives.
We're working on this project on the national budget deficit called Facing Up to the Nation's Finances, a kind of a pilot project in figuring out the best way to organize campus conversations on this topic.
And whenever anything comes up about Social Security, Medicaid, healthcare, all of these issues, I kind of just glance over it and largely blank out. And I think it's has a big part to do with ignorance, because I haven't really investigated these issues that much, because I never really thought they would be affecting me anytime soon.
We are going to be the ones that fall into the majority of the people who are going to be paying for this. So, you know, we damn well better talk about it and have something to say about it.
We have in our midst somebody who's a real expert in this topic. Josh Gordon, a senior policy analyst from the Concord Coalition.
We are pushing for a generationally responsible fiscal policy. Our main concern is the moral implications of one generation passing on to the next generation a government financing situation that is unsustainable and that would drag future generations down.
Is it even possible for us to consider paying off the national debt anymore? Because we spent all this time trying to figure out how to balance the checkbook on a year-to-year basis and pay for interest when there's still trillions of dollars that we actually owe to other people.
We could reach balanced budget in the next 5 years, but 10 years after that, if we don't change anything, we don't have a chance.
Our strategy was to break you guys up into small groups, each of which took on what we consider to be a pretty important piece of the puzzle.
And we focused a lot on the retirement and the baby boomers beginning to retire in 2008. First of all, we agreed that we needed to do something now, not when we run out of money in 2017 or 2042 or whenever we run out of money.
Would the government decide who would get heroic healthcare measures, or families, or doctors? It plays into very ethical issues, and in a sense, people could be set in a role where they would be playing God.
We went ahead and talked about government accountability. The biggest aspect is basically making the federal budget easier to understand and to protect those who whistleblow.
Some of the common ground that our group had would be we wanted to plan for the future. We have to start planning for the future to stop the deficit.
I think ultimately what's going to happen is there's going to be some benefit cuts, some increases in taxes, and some bipartisan agreement that kind of makes the numbers work.
It's really important to hear from people with a wide variety of backgrounds.
I'd love it for leaders to stop putzing around and actually do something.
We didn't really come to much of a consensus now, but at some point we need to, and therefore we need to be able to communicate with each other, because one person isn't going to fix the national debt. It's just not going to happen that way.